What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Ubisoft denying that they are making a Blade game. And now, I think to fully understand this story, we must start at the beginning. And this came yesterday. This was a big thing that blew up on the internet. I believe it came from Joe Raptor, who spotted these on Instagram. And these are two actors who, one of them, and Alex Martin here, he's kind of, I believe he's like the main culprit in this story. They were posting things on Instagram, and it heavily seems like it's a Blade game. Now, obviously, Ubisoft has since denied it, and we'll talk about that, what they say afterwards. But the first thing we get is that he was on set with the legendary, at the Gaffney man, so that's the other actor. Thank you so much for your trust. Now, it's also important to look at the hashtags, really, I think, for all of them. So you have motion capture actor, you have video game. So they're making a video game, right? Because one of the arguments could be, well, Ubisoft, I saw one argument, I guess, that said that Ubisoft maybe is letting Marvel use their studio, right? It's possible. We know Sony sometimes kind of rents out their motion capture studios for other people that need it. That is possible. But, like, this guy is literally in the hashtags, like, no, he's acting. It says hashtag actor, hashtag acting, hashtag video game. So it's, and hashtag mocap, performer. So it's literally for a video game. I don't really see a way around that. And you see the picture where they're holding swords. Okay, that's a pretty good indication right there of what we're getting. You zoom in, though, and you see Ubisoft. It's a Ubisoft kind of logo that they're wearing on their motion capture suit. And then again, they say on set, let's get started. And you see all the hashtags. And then at the bottom, you see at Ubisoft. So now we've confirmed, right? So, I mean, you continue to put the puzzle together. Swords, motion capture, acting. They're on a motion capture stage, and it's a Ubisoft stage. Okay, so you have all of that. Then you have the final one, really, which is they're taking like the marker, right, the production, and it says Marvel on it, and it has the scene, it has the shot, it has the take, it has the director, who is the same director of the movie. Now, that could, and I think that's where people are kind of getting, well, maybe it's some motion capture again for the movie. I mean, it is odd. I will give you 100%. It is, I would say, odd that the director is the same director as the movie. So it's like the director of the movie is directing a Ubisoft game. I mean, is that ever really happened before? I'm sure it's possible. It's just, it doesn't really happen all that often. And then you have the date, which looks like, backwards, obviously. I think it's July 25th. So that's pretty cool, right? So it just recently happened. So you had all of that. Now, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Marvel, the director of Blade, they're using swords. It's a motion capture stage. They're in motion capture suits. It's a Ubisoft stage. They're wearing a Ubisoft logo because it's a Ubisoft production. It's a video game. They literally hashtag video game, hashtag acting, all that. So, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. But then, of course, you had Ubisoft come out and say, sorry to slice up the rumors. We're not making a Blade game, but we can't wait to see what our friends at Marvel Studios are cooking up for next year's movie, which obviously releases later next year. I mean, and this is where I stand, all right? Maybe it's a little, it's not the most straightforward way of standing, but here's where I stand. I've come out before and I've talked about how I don't really trust when game developers or anybody or game publishers, whatever, like say things. I think they lie all the time. I don't think they lie maliciously, but I do think they lie to kind of preserve secrets. It's part of the reason why I'm not so trusting of like Sucker Punch when they say there is no Infamous or Sly game in all. Like, not that just we're not making it, but nobody is making an Infamous or Sly game. Now, while that is probably more likely than not likely, right? Maybe it's just somebody who doesn't trust people. Maybe that's kind of like my internal problem I need to work through. But no, I mean, that's kind of actually a joke because in reality, it is what happens. Game developers lie to preserve, and maybe it's not even lie, maybe it's misleading, whatever you want to call it, to preserve secrets. They're not going to outright say, right? If they got caught here, right, where it's like they're making a Blade game, but it's years away. Now, yet again, I don't know how far it would be. Maybe it would be like 2-3 years away. And maybe it's just too early. They weren't going to announce it yet. And they were caught. They were like, God damn it, our own actors are outing us on Instagram. like, what else are you going to do if you're not ready to announce it? One way would be to ignore it, right? Would be to not say anything. Another way would be to deny it and then eventually confirm it later, right? I mean, again, like, does that look good? In my opinion, no. I think that makes you look pretty stupid. It's the same thing for Sucker Punch. Like, if there is a Sly or Infamous game that's being worked on, it's like, you got people for a couple months. You really pulled our leg there, and then you were lying to us because that's not true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get why they do it. It's just, but again, we've seen it before. But we have also seen, I guess I want to give credit, we have also seen them telling the truth, right? It's possible that Ubisoft was like, oh my God, this was a big misunderstanding, and we need to come out because people are literally thinking we're making a Blade game. I mean, I get why you do it, but, like, I don't know any other way of, I mean, I went over, there's like 6 different reasons that it seems like this is a Blade game that Ubisoft specifically is making. I don't really know any other way of putting it, even if it's like a movie tie-in, but like maybe Ubisoft is doing a VR game for somebody, which actually wouldn't be all that odd. They've done it before. Maybe they're doing that, and it's a Blade, but I mean, it's still a Blade game. It'd still be a video game, right? So I don't know. It may not be like an Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia like, you know, Blade. It could be something else, but it really does seem like they're making it. So, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to get too worked up about it, but I definitely want to hear what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up, and I hope to see you all on the next one.